Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily live stream, day 112 in a row now, and we have a bit of a different sort of structure of the live stream today. We've got some Kaspa news as always, some real world development news as always, but I thought in this stream I'd probably try and target a little bit more of the pressing questions I'm sure people in the community have, mainly those who aren't holding Kaspa long term. Of course, those of us who are holding Kaspa long term, we're not really that bothered, I guess, truth be told, with the price prediction for this cycle per se. We're holding it for the next 10, 20 odd years, so we hope and believe it'll go much, much higher. So again, we'll take profits, and that is what it is. But either way, I wanted to do this stream to a bit of a different style, if you will, to talk about potential Kaspa price predictions for 2025. I'm going to get into this a lot more and probably give a much better TLDR in my Discord server in due time, I'm sure. I'm just kind of highlighting this right now so people in the community and equally people who are just tuning in on YouTube now have an understanding of where my thought process and seemingly the process of people in the community is right now regarding crypto, the potential top, when that's going to happen, and if we get a double top or not. Again, we'll have to wait and see. As always, on these streams, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Kaspa Frog, Evening Jay, and everyone else in the stream, hope you all have a great day. Good evening to you too, Kaspa Frog. Welcome back to the stream, and I'm having a very, very good day. Truth be told, I was holding one of my long-term Sol meme coin picks yesterday, and as I was about to go to bed, I checked it, and it like 2-3x'd just immediately. So was quite happy with that, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, all in all, yeah, just again trying to make as much money as I can, and I flip that profit into Kaspa where I can as well. Kaspa right now, we can see not really moving much today, currently around 0.13% up, valued at 15.92 cents. And actually, I'm quite happy about this, considering that, again, yesterday after the, yesterday meant to be sold the news for Kraken, right? We saw Kaspa at the end of the daily time frame yesterday come down about 7% all in all. But we can see right now, for the most part, it's holding at this very, very key level of support around 16 cents. This level is so important because, as you can see titled here, it is the day that we started on October 1st. Before we see the Middle East situation worsen with Iran and Israel firing off at each other, or either way, firing missiles regardless, that's when we started the October 1st. That's when we saw Kaspa come down about 7 to 8%, I believe. Yes, even coming down more so at some point during the day, crashing at one point. And we've seen a continual decline from October since then, all the way down to November 4th. Had a bit of consolidation period around here, but came all the way down, and then we start seeing a reversal, and the price has been going up since, and now we have made a recovery past the November 1st level of support, which happened at 11.5 cents here, and now we are currently consolidating, or at least seemingly trying to hold this October level of support as well. If we can do this, which I hope Kaspa can, I do believe we can see Kaspa hopefully make a new all-time high before the end of November. But again, time will tell. We'll get into that in just a moment. Good morning to you too. Bingo Bango back to the stream, my man. Buffalo Theory, good morning. Quick good morning to you too. Magic Mark, good morning. Good to see you again. Great to see you too. Erika, good morning, afternoon, and my Kaspa family. Good afternoon to everyone else in the chat as well. Always a pleasure to speak to you all. So, first thing I'm going to do, as always, is cover the Kaspa news before we get into the, well, I guess the more topic of this stream today, which is regarding the potential top for crypto and Kaspa, and where we're going to go from there. So first things first, as we can see here from the Kaspa Guru here, which is quite important to note, he made a post about 2 days ago saying Kaspa wallet number 28 consistently receiving 500,000 Kaspa from a MEXC wallet. It's accumulated 14 million Kaspa over the last 2 weeks and is loading heavily tonight. Could it be Kraken or another exchange? We are not completely sure just yet. We can see now an update again from Kaspa Guru here, shout out to him. FYI, our so-called friend is now wallet number 19, jumping 9 places and now sitting on 84 million Kaspa, still receiving big chunks every hour. You can check it out here. Currently the addresses are going up for Kaspa again, 513,000, which is very good to see. We're seeing green pretty much all across the board. Even the addresses here, that's actually going down. Last I checked that out, that was 16. So we're now seeing more diversification, more decentralization with Kaspa, which is very, very good to see. Less exchanges holding it and more of the smaller wallets holding it, or at least they're being split up more so, not all one wallet holding it. We can see here, if we go to number 19, we can see again, that's the wallet in question, constantly adding more and more to their balance sheet. So potentially, it's a good speculation therefore, considering they're adding so much consistently off MEXC, and MEXC of course is just selling it time and time again. There's good speculation therefore that this may actually be another exchange preparing to list Kaspa. Now, we haven't seen Kraken wallet turn up here just yet. This wallet has still seen no changes whatsoever. So to me, I'd like to believe this can't be Kraken. Again, could be wrong. We're not completely sure just yet. But the speculation that this is a Binance wallet seemingly is growing more and more. And that will make sense again because Binance is the big exchange in the world. They need to have a lot more in their balance sheet to be able to list Kaspa without any issues. So again, we know Binance are seemingly very close to listing Kaspa with them having, well, at least they did at one point. I'm not sure it's still here. Yeah, it's actually disappeared now, which is very, very interesting. If you check out Kaspa on CoinMarketCap a little few days ago, we saw around here we had the Binance Web3. In fact, if I go and check my reposted, I'll be able to find it quite quickly. I say, we know we had the post, this post here? Yeah, this post here, where you saw under wallets, you had Binance Web3 wallet, and now we go here, we can't see the wallets at all. So it's not a case of the wallets are not there anymore, it's just that that tab has been removed, which is quite interesting. Again, remember, Binance, they own CoinMarketCap. So the fact that they've now removed the wallets for Kaspa, so you can't see Binance Web3 wallet anymore, maybe that's them trying to hide the fact that they are gearing up for Kaspa. But again, that's speculative, that's not financial advice. Again, do your own research. But either way, Kaspa and Binance have a definitely good connection there. We know that much, and hopefully they're going to list it very, very soon. And we know again that this wallet in particular most likely is going to be Binance. We're not sure which one Kraken is just yet, but this wallet again has been building up more and more in their address. You know, potentially this one's the Kraken one because that's one that's not got a tag there, and we're seeing outflows, which makes sense. Right now we look at Kaspa again. Kraken's volume is going much, much better. Again, it's a very, very big deal. When I showed this in my stream yesterday, I think it's around 1.5 mil. Now it's at 2.5 mil. Oh no, sorry, 3.5 mil. So again, the volume for Kraken is increasing, which is a good sign because again, the higher the volume is on the major tier exchanges, so Bybit and Kraken mainly, that'll be the incentive for the other major tier ones like Binance and Coinbase and OKX to jump on board and finally list Kaspa. Either way, we're seeing a wallet in particular, number 19, jump from 28 to now 19 with 86 million Kaspa and growing more and more seemingly by the hour every day. So could be a major tier exchange or an exchange of sorts gearing up to list Kaspa. Again, time will tell. In regards to continuation, we got it here for Bitconomy again, still very, very bullish on Kaspa. They now listed another new KRC20 project of Phantom, which is Phantom on Kaspa, which is now going live tomorrow at 12 midday UTC, which is very, very cool. Again, the adoption continues to grow more and more. In continuation with these, you've got Kango again right now, the number one KRC20 token right now. Again, Kango's doing incredible, $23 million market cap, which I do think is actually quite bearish. I do think right now Kango can go much, much higher. 2.7 million 24-hour trading volume. Again, remember that the Kas developers, so to speak, they announced they're doing some changes to make it a bit more like CoinMarketCap, Kas. So therefore, these stats you're seeing here won't be completely accurate. They're still fixing them, but either way, they'll be close enough. And either way, we're seeing Kango's doing very, very well. And again, Kango's had 10 centralized exchanges in just 1 month, and they're getting more and more. They announced there'll be 3 coming back to back very, very shortly, with Fame EX Global coming to support Kango now. Again, more and more listings, and that's why Kango right now is doing very, very well. Someone made a joke about it, or at least maybe not even a joke, saying that I wish that the Nacho team or even Kaspa team had the listing team behind it was the same as Kango's. Kango's getting listing time and time again, and in a sense I do agree, because Kango is going parabolic with listings, so that's helping them out very well to, again, be consistently now the top volume, the top traded token on KRC20. But I'm sure in due time the other tokens will get listings as well. Again, I still stand strong on my belief that the likes of Bert will do well, Nacho, Conan, Kango of course are doing very well right now. Still on the likes of Kaspi as well, Kasper Ghost again. All the other meme tokens I think have a very, very good potential, and there's some that I'm probably even hidden gems in here. But time will tell, of course. We are still, to an extent, early because Kaspa has not taken off just yet. Kaspa Frog, I'm holding it for the next 8-11 months. For the majority of it to enjoy it life a little and then work in 1.5 years. That is precisely what I'm doing as well for the most part. I'll be taking profits here and there, of course, and then when the so-called peak is in, roughly what that is, I'll take most of my profit out, have a little bit of time just to kind of downtime, enjoy maybe some trade some more memes and stuff like that, and other tokens to flip profit and keep making money. And again, I'll be talking about more in due time. And then, of course, get back into DCAing into Kaspa when the price is more down. Always good to see meme coins going up a little bit. Oh yeah, especially the ones you've been holding for a long time, you kind of forgot about. I literally haven't checked that wallet in probably about 2 or 3 weeks. And I was like, I'm going to check it today. And that token had not done anything until I checked it. And I was like, oh wow. And I know why. I know why it's gone up. I won't disclose why because it's well, actually, I will disclose a little bit. It had something to do with I'm sure people who are in the meme community know about it. The 13-year-old guy, 13-year-old kid that made this quant token and ended up just taking a ton of money from people because he rugged them. I didn't get into quant, full disclosure, but because of that actually had an effect on my token for reasons I guess I'm not completely sure, but I'm pretty sure that was the reason for it. Either way, I mean, I made some money off that, so I'm quite happy with that. But either way, those who lost their money, again, that's the whole point once more about being careful for your investments. I mean, going into a token for a 13-year-old, like that in itself is, I'm quite surprised anyone would do that. If I heard I knew a 13-year-old was launching a pump fund token, I wouldn't get into that. Scamming can happen very, very easily in this space. And speaking of which, actually, we had this post here from Bert. Unfortunately, again, it always seems to be Bert right now. Scammer alert. Katie Sindelar has stolen $38,000 worth of BERT from a community member. Our most generous BERT holder, who has probably donated more money to BERT than all of us combined, made a mistake and was scammed. Please spread awareness of the scammer and report their account. This post here will be put in my free Discord server under the scam section channel. Once more, trying to make sure the community stays safe out there. It's always going to happen, right? Got to be very, very careful in this space, especially as Kaspa goes more and more in adoption, the memes go more and more in adoption, you'll see more and more people trying to take advantage of your bag. So again, always remain vigilant and be very careful in the space. We've got more big news, of course, regarding Kaspa here. We've got the likes of the fact that Cashtag, Shy, Crypto Aspect have landed safely in Australia. They're going to be at the Australian convention very, very soon. Hopefully my Australian audience, the likes of Leroy, I haven't seen him in a while. Hopefully you're doing well, my man. And other members as well, if you are here. Hopefully you can turn up and let me and everyone else in the community know how it is, because I want to hear more about it. We know that we've got this people who are attending. We'll see the likes of Shy talking about what Kaspa does differently, which of course is very good to see, but more importantly I think it's quite cool as well. So Polinsky, our founder, will be talking about Crypto 2030, are layer 1 still relevant? Which is a very, very relevant question, because right now, if you've been in this space for more than a week, you will know memes right now run this space, completely run this space. It's all about memes. Bitcoin as well, of course, but it's mainly just memes. Bitcoin and memes right now. Ethereum's not really doing much. Solana, of course, is going up because again memes. Kaspa has had a very rough year, more so last 3-4 months. But a lot of these smaller projects, AI had a little bit of a burst, which is great, but even AI now, that's not really as relevant right now. It was relevant like a few days ago, and it's gone again. Now we're in TikTok meta for memes again, but it's all memes. So of course somebody's going to be asking the question, are layer 1 still relevant? And again, I'd like to hear what he says. I'm sure we'll hear the recording in due time. Hopefully my Australian audience can also let me know in the community again, in my Discord server. But either way, I'd like to believe the answer is going to be yes, because once more we have seen the developments in the financial world as we are right now, the real world, with crypto and blockchain and L1s becoming the backbone of a monetary system. So while they're not relevant right now, because they're still being incorporated, in the years to come, they'll become pivotal and influential, and that will also be the so-called time of the crypto culling, I like to believe, where you see a lot of these other projects that haven't got any real use case or aren't as good as other ones will become just irrelevant, so to speak. We'll cover very well, when is all this price manipulation going to stop? I mean, again, price manipulation will never stop. Short answer. Like, there's nothing anyone can do to stop manipulation of crypto projects. If you are a sizable holder, if you have a lot of allocation of a project, you can control where it goes, up or down. If you are, again, Mexi, again, the ones that seemingly are predominantly the ones affecting the price of Kaspa, it happens all the time. Like the question, and it literally happens with every project all the time. BlackRock, they're manipulating the price of Bitcoin. We've seen it time and time again. I showcased in previous streams with BlackRock, every time they buy ETFs. Like, I haven't got the post at hand, but I can showcase with what I remember. This whole pump from January here, BlackRock started buying down here. This whole pump here was when BlackRock was buying. When Bitcoin started correcting down here, BlackRock didn't buy anything. Then started buying here, went up again. Every time BlackRock started buying, went up. Started selling or doing nothing, it went down every time. Now BlackRock have the advantage because they have a computer, a super bit of AI technology called Aladdin, which is like a 5,000 supercomputers combined together with the perfect synergy of AI technology and human intelligence. You can look that up. It's called Aladdin. And that gives them an advantage in this market. That's why they always can make the best on their trades. And they have all their big, partners, the likes of Microsoft, the likes of JP Morgan, and the other like Bank of America as well, who I think are also utilizing that technology as well. So that's why, again, follow the money will always win. Big boys will always win. They'll manipulate the market to get what they want. Now, of course, Kaspa, we wanted to do very, very well. It's taking its time. It's frustrating. But again, I think it is in due time that Kaspa will start having a run of sorts. Chirp, cheers brother, welcome back to the stream, my man. Hopefully you're doing very, very well. Give it a month and Kraken's volume will be top 3 for sure. I hope so. Although again, if you check it out here, in regards to volume, Mexi and Gate are the two biggest by quite a sizable margin, unfortunately, because again, Gate doesn't seem to be too bad, but people aren't happy with Mexi because again, they're manipulating the price. After that, it seems to be Bybit, closely followed by XT. Looking at other exchanges right now, obviously Hotcoin's quite up there. I can't actually filter by volume, unfortunately. I would love to do that. But yeah, I mean, seemingly those are the most prominent exchanges. So right now it seems to be Gate, Mexi, and Bybit are top 3, and then XT quite close behind it. Once Kraken again the adoption goes through it, I'm sure it will be a major volume player for Kaspa. Again, if the volume stays high, if Kraken volume even overtakes the likes of Mexi and Gate, which again is a big ask, but I hope it can happen. If that happens, I think we will start seeing the other major tier 1 stop making their move, because again, KF confirmed what they want to see for them to list the project is volume. That's what they want. That's literally confirmed from the KEF. Again, they're not, financial advisors, of course. It's their opinion from what they know and what they spoke to the exchanges by their quote-unquote unfavorable requests. But again, if that's the case, which, I mean, they know they have more inside information than I would have per se. I could just relay what I've heard from them, relay what I heard from them. They said volume's important and TVL. We haven't got TVL of Kaspa, so therefore we have to see volume. Mex and Bybit's volume right now is number 3. That's good to see, as Bybit is considered a tier 1 from the KF and other Kaspa members. Well, some Kaspa most of the Kaspa team. Kaspa community, we don't consider it a tier 1, we consider Kraken a tier 1. If Kraken ends up overtaking Bybit and even then maybe Mexi and Gate, that'd be very, very big. Very, very big. So hopefully it'll continue to climb as the days, weeks and months go on. Jeff Sir, we were over 56% in the top 1,000 recently. It's slowly been diluted. I mean, yeah, it is. It's a bit frustrating, I'm sure, but I'm sure it'll all work out. Shailesh, my man. Wow, thank you very much for the donation. I'm not sure what currency that is, 449. Big shout out to you, my man. Thank you very much. Hey, man, big fan. After we hit profits, which USDT network is safer to swapping and holding for the long term? Tron, ETH, Sol. Good question. I mean, obviously, for me personally, if you're going to hold any token, whether it be a stablecoin or an actual crypto, it should be a cold storage. Tangent, OneKey, Ledger, that's always the safest place to hold your tokens. Otherwise, regarding ETH, Sol, and Tron, I think in regard to security, I believe Ethereum is the safest. Solana is the most popular right now to the volume, but Solana is not as safe to my knowledge as Ethereum. Hopefully in due time, Kaspa will become the desirable and best place to just hold it if you want to hold it on a, an exchange or a platform or a block tag, if you will. But again, I would recommend, not advise, strongly recommend that you get hold of a cold storage and hold your assets in there, because that's, again, not your keys to crypto. If you leave it in ETH and God forbid if a cyber hack happens, you have a chance of losing it all. But again, thank you very much for the donation, and hopefully that answers your question, my man. And again, if you want to know more, again, everyone in the server, in the stream right now, check out my Discord server in the chat right now, the description also on my YouTube homepage. But anyways, in continuation, yeah, Kaspa Crypto Con event in Australia, Australian Con event happening Saturday, Sunday. So again, and this weekend. So again, very, very cool. I look forward to hearing the outburst, if you will, of what's happening at this event, what they talk about, and hopefully again my American audience can let me know as well. And I've got another post again, kind of building up into, again, I've already highlighted the fact that again, scam happened, be very, very careful, but also want to highlight this post here from Elperor here, which again is another important point regarding the whole, be careful sort of thing. In a sense, it's not scamming, but again, it's making sure you do take your own due diligence and do your own research, right? Because many tweets lately about the Kaspa bot team sending Kaspa coins generated from KRC20 trading fees of 5%, and people are not happy about it, which is understandable, of course. But here's the thing. They are, as highlighted here, and it's true, they are free to sell and hold what they want. They can do what they want. they're supporting Kaspa, but they could take it up on if they want. If you're not happy with it, that's completely understandable and fair enough. So it's up to the user, it's up to you, therefore, to start using other great tools. He's, shilling or promoting the likes of Caspiano, which I think is a decent one so far. I've heard a little bit about it, and I think it's quite optimistic. I think you've got Ghost Wallet coming up with Crypto Galaxy coming out quite soon as well. Caspiano's marketplace is 2.5% fees, so it's half of that of CaspaBot. And you also got Change Finance liquidity pools as well. So you've got alternatives out there, right? So it's up to you, the user, the public, the retail user, to do your own research to find the best way to get a hold of your tokens, whether it be Kaspa, crypto, or there actually be memes as well. There are going to be more alternatives coming out in the future. Again, Tangent will support in KRC20 in due time. And when that happens again, we're going to hopefully see a surge in adoption with these tokens. Because again, some arguably me, maybe subconsciously, I'm waiting for Tangent so I can have a safe place to store my crypto. And as Bufflix says, as always, yeah, if you enjoy these streams, leave a like, share and subscribe for more. Kango is much better than Nacho. Nacho is using developers. I have not heard too much about that, truth be told, although I wouldn't be too surprised. I need to fact check that, double check that myself. But I mean, I still think Nacho is arguably the strongest meme token right now, at least. Again, the narrative behind Nacho being shy as cat, I think it's a very, very strong KRC20 token. So for me, it's still my number one. But again, what we're seeing in the community right now is definitely a shift towards Kango, as Kango right now is getting the constant listings time and time again, 10 centralized exchange listings in the past months, with more on coming very, very soon. Nacho has been quite stagnant on that behalf. So the Kango team seems to be more and more active, which is what you want to see with a meme community, right? You want to see good community, call out incentive, but also high activity. And Nacho, for the meantime, at least seems to be relatively stagnant, which is not the best to hear, obviously. But hopefully that'll turn tail in due time. I still think Nacho is going to be a big gainer for Kaspa and KRC20 in the cycle and the years to follow. When do you think the cycle will top? Good question. Good question. Okay, so let's get into that then real quick, right? We'll get into that real quick. So it's going to be a bit of a story, if you will, with hopefully you'll follow this journey with me. I'll get into it again in more detail in the future, probably more so to members in my Discord server. But here we can see from Watch Guru here, big news. Bitcoin has a larger market cap than the 3 top banks in the world combined, being JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and IC Bank of China. A very, very big deal, proving where crypto and Bitcoin is going to go from here, being a dominant asset in this space to become, again, the world reserve currency, if you will, crypto becoming an integral part of the monetary system coming forward. In continuation here, we saw this post from Smoke yesterday. I put it in my stream yesterday about how Bitcoin spot ETF options are about to launch. This is not a job, very, very big deal. Simple terms, we are about to go so much higher. And according to Watcher Guru here, Grayscale Spot Bitcoin ETF options are going to be are going to be launching tomorrow. Bitcoin right now is currently trading at $93.7 thousand, up 1.4% on the daily time frame. And Bitcoin, I think, should these options come out tomorrow and we get more institutions getting involved, there's a good chance to see Bitcoin push to 100k, maybe by the end of the week. Honestly, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I think Bitcoin will reach 100k. That'll probably be that, again, it's a psychological thing. It'll be the very, very strong level of resistance for Bitcoin. 100k will be the top, at least for the time being. I think we'll see a breakout of that in due time, following more so into 2025. But I think we'll see 100k Bitcoin, or at least pushing to that before the end of this year, and potentially very, very soon, especially with that big announcement happening, again, tomorrow. A lot incoming for it. And this is also proof of the Bitcoin effect. MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor's company, is now in the top 100 US publicly traded companies because of Bitcoin. It holds so much Bitcoin, right? Furthermore, Donald Trump is considering replacing Gary Gensler, SEC Chair Gary Gensler, with pro-crypto lawyer Teresa Goody Gillian. Trump is supposedly looking for pro-crypto SEC Chair replacement, and she is a veteran of the SEC known to be pro-crypto. This is a very bullish deal, again, leading to the surge of Bitcoin and crypto with crypto frameworks, with someone who actually believes in crypto, not trying to stuff with the innovation like Gary Gensler has been doing. And I saw this post here in my Discord server. Again, shout out to Cody, my man, Cody, who put the post in there, and also the likes of everyone else who's commenting about it, talking about it in the server. Muscle Mike made a very, very crucial point, which is important to note. This post here, talking about how Howard Lutnick is named as Trump's commerce secretary. It's a very, very big deal. Very, very big deal. The simple terms to understand why, as I'm even going to say what Muscle Mike said, because what Muscle Mike said actually was a very, very important point to understand, yeah. Cantor Fitzgerald, right, we see here, Trump announced the pick Tuesday. I'm thrilled to announce that Howard Lutnick, chairman and CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, will be joining my administration of the US Secretary of Commerce, right? Cantor Fitzgerald has managed Tether, US Treasury, and bond portfolio since 2021 for 3 years. And Lutnick has publicly supported Tether's financial stability. He's also voiced strong options of Bitcoin, describing it as a commodity and criticizing US regulators for their lack of understanding of cryptocurrency. He's someone who's very, very pro-crypto, who understands the element of, again, Tether, but also, again, this whole element of stablecoins and therefore crypto and Bitcoin as well. This is actually very, very bullish. As Marshall Mike puts it, and I agree, is arguably more bullish than cracking listing Kaspa. Because it's a very clear shift that the US economy, the US government is shifting to be extremely pro-crypto, sending it that much higher. So we can see the space surge with when Trump gets in power in January 20th and going much, much higher from there. I might come back to this article a little bit later on. Because I want to get into the actual points here. So now I've covered those points so you get an understanding of where the thought process is right now, how bullish we are for crypto. Let's get into this point here about the potential top for crypto, where I think the top of the cycle is going to top. I'll disclose, again, not financial advice. This is my own personal belief based on information I've read through and people I've spoke to. Here we can see the CBBI historical chart, right? Basically just displaying the data, so to speak, of where it becomes overheated, where it becomes overbought, so to speak, right now. So right now, we can see we're currently at 80. The confidence we are at right now is at 80. When this reaches in the high 90s, like 98, 99, it means that, this crypto is so hot right now that it's going to come back down. At least seemingly that's what we've seen time and time again. We can see it here in history. Back in 2013, when Bitcoin, reached its price of 1K, came back down. Again, back in last cycle where Bitcoin, the cycle before that, we see Bitcoin hit 18K. It went to 99 confidence, came back down. The last cycle, again hitting high 90s confidence when Bitcoin was peaking at 69K at the time. Came back down. Now in this cycle, we are seeing Bitcoin reach 72K. Now we hit Bitcoin at 90K, and the confidence right now is at 80. So if we pay attention to the chart and we look at, again, historical data, we can make the assumption that where we're at right now is similar to levels that we were at in this run up here in Christmas time here. So we're arguably around this point here right now. And what we saw as the top for the market there, we saw the top. We saw the first top. Again, last cycle's double top. We saw it happen here and then saw it happen again in November. But the first top where it was over, the sentiment was too high, happened around May. No, it happened around March. So in that regard, then, with the data, the CBBI rainbow line seemingly being very, very close to those levels right now, the argument that could be made therefore is that in the next 3-4 months or so, we'll be reaching similar levels of high 90s again, CBBI. And that will therefore lead to a bit of a cool-off period where you have to see crypto come back down because, again, it's too hot. And that's also supported in this post here from CoinGlass, the funding rate heat map, which this is showcasing the heat in the market right now, the open interest, if you will, in the past year. And right now we can see this again is last cycle. This again is what just passed. This happened in March. The orange is a representation of how heated the market is right now, how much adoption there is in the market right now, how, I guess, the FOMO driving it, the greed at max levels, if you will. There's a lot of orange around here in March, all over the place, even in Bitcoin right now. What we're seeing here, to me at least, seems to be the early signs we saw back in December, back here. So in that case, we've got, again, maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 months potentially leading to May, where we are seeing this is going to start gradually getting a little bit hotter, a little bit more orange, leading into this cycle, especially when Trump gets in power, January 20th, I suspect we're going to see a lot of explosion in crypto as he starts enforcing crypto-regulated crypto frameworks. So in that regard, again, very, very brief summary of that. And again, I might come back to it a little bit later on the stream. I might get into more detail in the future. Again, I'll probably put a much more detailed explanation and even maybe video personally in my Discord server, for those who are there, check it out. Those who are there, you're lucky. Those who aren't there, check it out for yourself in the chat right now. But here we are in a situation right now where we're seeing two very key indicators that suggest if history repeats itself. We're in a position right now where the market in a similar heated fashion as it was 3 months before it reached its top. You know, already happened in March, but equally there in the last cycle, in the cycle previously as well. We're at the point where we're sitting at 80. 80 was happening around here, you know, in January. So again, 2 months till we hit the top, and they had another top here. So in that regard, then potentially we could see the top or a top for crypto leading into Q1, maybe just getting past Q1 2025. And in that regard, then, if that is the case and that to be the top for crypto, where would that leave Kaspa? Kaspa right now valued at 15.8 cents, down 0.42% on the daily time frame. I stated my bearish prediction for Kaspa would be $2. We've got Kraken now. Grayscale's considering Kaspa ETF. I think that will come through. We've got 10 PPS happening in Q1 2025, seemingly around the peak of this potential peak of this bull cycle. We have Binance seemingly eager, and if they list Kaspa, that'll be a very, very big deal. You've got other tier ones as well, and so on and so forth. Now, if the cycle top is going to be as early as that, me personally, I think Kaspa should hopefully still reach the price of $2. Should we get, again, Binance, potentially the ETF as well. 10 PPS happens before the top actually comes through. Again, Trump will send crypto parabolic. I still think we can see a lot more money flow into the space. Bitcoin reaching potentially the prices of 150k still. Therefore, Kaspa will reach probably $2, I'd like to believe. But that's if the market ends that early, right? And it may even go higher, it may not go as high. Again, time will tell. For me personally, I'm holding Kaspa very, very long term. I'm giving this understanding, this explanation to the community so you can have a bit of a understanding of my own thought process and also then develop your own strategy to think of what you want to do in regards to that. Again, I'll disclose more on my Discord server in due time. But if again, what Kaspa's doing right now, they've got a lot incoming, right? We already know. We've got some major announcements regarding smart contracts, Sparkle, Project Sparkle coming very, very soon. ETA, 6 to 8 months, so in summer of 2025, so a very, very big deal. Now, the good news, as history has shown us for Kaspa does not follow Bitcoin strictly per se. This whole bear cycle, Bitcoin was dumping or not doing much, and Kaspa was going up higher and higher. Of course, it's done very badly as of late, but therefore, should Bitcoin start correcting, as much as everything else that Kaspa will correct as well, I like to believe, with smart contracts coming out and adoption coming through, especially with the likes of the KII, potentially we see Kaspa make its own miniature bull cycle and start going higher again. And that'll drive the FOMO back to Kaspa, and we'll start getting to Kaspa more so, and the price will go even more parabolic. Potentially, again, not financial advice. Something to take into consideration. But we know here, smart contracts coming out in summer 2025, confirmed from multiple members inside the Kaspa community, with Project Sparkle, and also confirmed here from Captain Sats, and the KII, and even I am Vi from the KII team, from the scenes of things, they've been working on projects from 2015, maybe even longer than that, and they finally got Kaspa involved to help them actually launch these projects. They've had them already, they're all ready. So once you get ZK up, because once you get smart contracts, they can actually just launch them straight away. Not all of them, of course, but some of them. So for me, stuff like Energy One might take a bit of time, but again, Energy, KII are the main focus, maybe they get done quite quickly. Stablecoins will probably come out almost instantly. Zero Emission Trading Exchange probably come quite quickly as well. Academy, again, quite quickly, I think, as well. Stuff like Asset Mint, I think will take quite some time. Space 3D, Olive Chain, so on and so forth. But either way, there are a lot of projects KI have planned that need smart contracts, and they have a lot of them already ready. They're all prepared already. They're all ready for a smart contract that's going to come out in about 6 months from now, 8 months from now. So we could see potentially a top for Kaspa or a top for crypto happening in March, April, May time. Bitcoin 150k, Kaspa therefore I'd like to hope be $2. And we might start seeing a correction. But will that be the top for crypto? Institutional research happening 2 days ago stated that a potential new SEC chairman by April or May 2025, if that comes out at that time, the new SEC chairman by that point would then start having a more influential effect on this crypto market, and that probably cause more bullish momentum for the next foreseeable few weeks and months following that. So it's very good for 2025, It leads us to believe, again, if that happens around then, you might see potentially a peak around that time, some correctional behavior, followed by, again, potentially another double top. You have people, again, keep in mind, this is, institutions saying this, they all have their own personal agenda. So again, do your own research and take it at a grain of salt. But Ripple Partner, Standard Chartered Bank, states that Donald Trump's impact on the crypto market could cause crypto to balloon to 10 trillion by 2026. So again, end of the bull cycle. Right now we are at 3 trillion, or just over 3 trillion right now, 3.11 trillion. I've heard predictions of 6, which I think is very, very likely. Predictions of 8, which I think is hopeful, and I think we can reach that. 10 is asking for a lot. I don't say it's not possible, because again, one element that I've heard time and time again, I'm going to reiterate to you guys right now, is we are in a very unique position where we're in a cycle we've never seen before. Bitcoin reaching all-time highs when we've got into the bull cycle now. We've got to all-time highs to the run-up. We've got to all-time highs of 70k back in March. Obviously now we're in new price discovery territory, so we're much higher now, but we are in a very unique cycle with institutions being here for the first time. They could pump crypto much, much higher. They can control the price of the market. So you've got to make sure you, again, do your own research and trade your own discretion. But we're in a unique part of the market where we can go much, much higher. We can see trillions flooded into this space. We're seeing institutions all over the place saying we've seen 30 trillion markets for tokenization coming through from JP Morgan and much, much more coming in. So where I see it right now with crypto is, again, if history repeats itself, I do think we'll see potentially a top of sorts around April time, maybe March, April, maybe even May, around that first quarter. And if that happens, with Kaspa 10 BPS just coming out, that could potentially add to another major catalyst to Kaspa start having a little bit of a run, leading to potential top of the cycle. And again, hopefully by that point you have Binance and OKX and maybe Coinbase, but again, Coinbase seem to be a little bit more withheld in that regard. You're seeing institutions and BlackRock and that getting more and more Bitcoin quicker. We saw announcements about hedge funds adding trillions to crypto, hopefully in the next few weeks. We're seeing, again, the surge in adoption. Big stuff happening tomorrow that could cause Bitcoin to have a massive surge tomorrow, potentially. Not financial advice again. We're seeing a lot of very, very bullish announcements coming up for crypto that could cause it to go much, much higher. And when the timing of the announcements, that's the kind of the I wouldn't say issue, but I guess shortcoming with Kaspa is the timing. As much as the timing for me, they're taking their time, I think it's brilliant. I love Kaspa. You could argue that they are taking too long. They have taken too long, right? A lot of their major developments, 10 BPS, smart contracts, major top tier exchanges, Dagnite, Ethereum, Grayscale ETFs, all these sort of developments, Marathon getting involved, the KRI in their project, all these sort of developments happening too late into the cycle, arguably, right? And I think it's a valid point to make. Now, again, I'm holding Kaspa long term. So all these developments happening now will either help Kaspa have its own rally, stem the bleeding, and just make it that much more dominant in the next cycle. When you have, again, as Tom Plin's going to be talking about at the event, are layer 1 still relevant? They will definitely, in my opinion, again, not financial, but I think they'll definitely be relevant because they become an integral part of the monetary system. As Donald Trump, again, wants to make Bitcoin a strategic asset, reserve asset. Like all these sort of events happening with crypto right now, with assets getting more and more popular, institutions getting involved, holding these assets because they understand the growth and potential and money to be made in this market. So again, I think my predictions for right now is I suspect there is a decent chance, again, if history repeats itself, although again we're on a new market, so it's really, really tough to say. It's tough to say, and I'll get into that again in the future in a little bit more detail, but I think right now we're in a position where we could potentially see a top for crypto in and around the first quarter. By the time Kaspa hopefully release smart contracts by then, so then hopefully we'll start seeing a correction of sorts, like we did last time, the last cycle. We saw it come back down, and then following that, the confidence. You can see this blue graph here. That's the confidence. The color is the price, so to speak, of crypto and Bitcoin at the time. So again, I think we'll probably see the confidence reach very high levels in the first quarter of 2025. Potentially, therefore, meaning when you see a cool off for Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's making maybe 150k, we'll see a cool off potentially. And if institutions want to get back involved, they may want to do with regulatory frameworks, then finally getting laid out, probably around summertime, if not latter half, maybe more so Q3 or 2025, with people still I've heard a prediction from institutions time and time again about potentially seeing 10 trillion. I've heard Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse saying his conservative prediction for crypto is 5 trillion by the end of this year. We've got 1 month left, and I do think that's actually possible. Even now, I think it's still a possibility. Again, what Ripple CEO says, not financial advice. The greed right now is extremely high for crypto and Bitcoin. So I think we'll see a top right now. Again, my prediction right now, which I'll be also in due time talking about it with my community, or potential exit strategies on what we could do. Talking about it, potentially see a top around April-ish time, maybe May, followed by a correction, and then potentially we'll see another rally with crypto following all the other announcements happening in the space with Trump taking power and hopefully more developments of crypto. But if not, I think we'll potentially see a stem of the bleeding at the very least, if not an independent rally with Kaspa. Because again, after Q1, let's say the top for Bitcoin is Q1. After that, you'll have more, probably Coinbase and probably list Kaspa by that point, I'd like to believe, because again, they're late all the time. You'll then have the smart contracts coming out for Kaspa, and then allow the KRI to list their projects, which will then allow more money to flood into Kaspa through the KRI for institutions there that way. You'll probably, by that point, already hope you have Kaspa ETFs. So you'll have, hopefully, in that point, potentially another independent rally for Kaspa. That's my personal prediction right now. It's very vague. And again, I'll get into it in more detail in due time. Probably more so to people in my community again. I'm covering this now in the stream to give everyone a kind of understanding of where I see the market going right now and help you devise your own strategy to make your own decisions, really. I mean, I'm giving you an idea. I'm not telling you it's going to happen. My own prediction, right? But again, I'm giving you these sources again. I can also link these in my Discord server, so you can check it out for yourself and then use that to help devise your own trading strategy of what you want to do in the cycle. But we're in a position right now, I want to reiterate once, but we're in a position right now where history may be repeating itself, but it's still in a very, very unique position of unknown. Again, no institution has ever been in crypto before. The first time ever. So we are in a position of unknown, so we don't actually know what's going to happen. We can make predictions, of course, based on historical data, but when history's not the same as beforehand, it's tough to say. So I'll probably end up doing, again, a more detailed run through in due time in my server with my people in my community, my devoted members of my community. And we'll go from there. But either way, right now, I still believe Kaspa can reach $2 in this cycle. I still want to believe, even despite potential top in the first quarter, that Kaspa can still reach the prices of $3, $4, even $5. Again, if crypto does, again, against my expectations and other people's expectations in this cycle and goes to just parabolic numbers in November, Kaspa can reach $10, again, with ETFs, with great ETFs, with smart contracts, the KRI, with 10 BPS and potentially even more by that point. Probably unlikely that second part. With major tier ones coming involved. All that sort of stuff to take into account of where Kaspa could go from here. And with Kaspa right now, again, still holding strong seemingly at this level of support around this region where it started in October, we could hopefully have a very, very good price move for Kaspa by the end of this month. Again, I'm hoping to see Kaspa have a move of sorts to its all-time high by the end of November, which might seem like a lot, but that's only going to be a 30% rise. And again, tomorrow could be a very, very big day for crypto and therefore for Bitcoin and therefore for Kaspa, potentially. So again, all in all, I'm still very bullish on Kaspa and I'm holding it very long-term. So the longevity I'm holding Kaspa for, what happens in this cycle for me, I'll take profits, of course, but I'm not too bothered because I'm holding Kaspa such long-term that, again, when the next cycle comes through, wow, I can only envision how high Kaspa can go. I can't even fathom how high Kaspa going to go because, again, by that point, with how ingrained crypto will be in the monetary system for around the world, all the other projects that I have planned, the likes of, Warp Core, the likes of Asset Mint, and all the other projects that, again, once people haven't even heard of yet, because I imagine there's some projects that are under ND, non-disclosure. Kaspa will become an integral part of them, and that allows its price to become more valuable because it'll be a valuable asset under these projects and become more valuable and therefore increase in value. And of course, stablecoins and Kaspa, that is huge. I've mentioned it in previous streams about how big stablecoins are going to be for America, for the crypto space in general, for financial world in general. If Kaspa can make their own dollar-backed stablecoin, that could also be a very, very big market maker, big money mover for Kaspa, allowing more money to flow into Kaspa, to KRC20, and setting its price higher. Again, these tokens, memes are another good way to make money with Kaspa. Not financial advice, but they're volatile, as memes are. Very risky, high risk, high reward. So do your own research, trade your own discretion. But if Kaspa does really, really well, inherently these memes will also follow in suit. Good evening, Jay Honey. Welcome back to stream, my man. Slide deck, what's your prediction or price of market cap? We'll see by the end of the year cycle. I mean, I guess, yeah, I gave that very, very, well, I wouldn't say lengthy, but I gave a bit of a rundown about that. Again, I'll probably give a more detailed rundown in the future. Right now, we've still got a good few months to talk about it. So again, it's a rough idea now of what I think's happening in the space right now. Again, if history repeats itself, but I think, yeah, we still got higher highs incoming. So I'm not by any means trying to say, but what I said was not by any means from me trying to spread FUD. It's just me saying, okay, so this is where I think the market's going to probably top potentially. Might see a double top of what's happening in crypto, especially Kaspa. And I'm still not worried, because again, if Kaspa reaches the likes of $2, from where that one at 15 cents, that's what? Maybe 15x, give or take? Probably slightly under 15x. And again, $2 for me is still very likely for Kaspa. And I think it could go much, much higher, potentially. What's up, Ape Gaming? Welcome back to the stream, my man. Can I order my Lambo yet? In due time, my man, in due time. Are you still optimistic for the Kaspa price by the end of the year? Because at the moment, nothing is going forward. Good question. I still believe that by the end of the year, Kaspa should hopefully reach 35 cents. And I mentioned this before in previous streams. I saw someone again mention it in my server. Shout out to the man who mentioned it, because again, it's why I think as well that I think 35 cents is going to be potentially the top for Kaspa in this year. It depends again on Binance. If we get Binance, and hopefully that'll be very, very good. If not, maybe not. But I think it's going to hopefully be this is the range I'm looking for Kaspa by the end of 2024. Because this is where Shy got some, tokens, if you will, because him, Son Polinsky, and Michael Stein, all other developers, they were working at DAG Labs when Coinbase invested $8 million to do the research for Kaspa, right? And the developers obviously had some, and Shy sold some Kaspa around here. That wasn't the reason that Kaspa corrected. It wasn't because the Shy sold, because that's when you had the Japanese yen rising at the dollar and Warren Buffett selling half his stock in Apple. But he also did disclose in his I think in the Discord community that he wasn't, you're not trying to rug anyone, he sold some and is now being open that the next time he's going to sell will be at 35 cents. So that to me is going to be a psychological thing where everyone's going to probably sell at that region as well. So that is where I think we're going to probably see the top for Kaspa in this year. And then the cycle, I still want to say $2. Dimitar, you're tough about KDAO. Thanks. My thought about KDAO. Okay, good question, my man. I mean, I think KDAO is an interesting project, right? I have again a whole load of information regarding KDAO in my free Discord server, which I'm going to load a little bit up about it right now. I need to. Is it that I want to see that? Where is it? Okay, I'm going to try and find something about KDAO real quickly. This one. Sorry, just give me a quick moment because I'm trying to find this. I think it's this I want. Okay, I'm struggling. I'll try and find it whilst I continue talking about it. But yeah, the way I see it, from what I understand, KDAO was created by the ambassadors of Kaspa, the quite key community members. They aren't, it aren't Kaspa per se, but it's like one of the Kaspa ambassadors also helped doing it, and the whole premise behind it is to basically give the community another way to be more interactive with Kaspa, to be able to vote about what's going to happen next, right? That's what I believe is being talked about. Is it this post about KDAO? No. Why did I link that one? This one? Nope. I do have the white paper linked, so the white paper is not a problem at all. But I didn't want to go through the whole white paper and just try and find the key information. Like, I'm trying to find the other posts. Here it is. Okay, thank gosh. Alright, so yeah, Kaspa is the most powerful layer 1 in terms of numbers. So KDAO here. This is a bit about KDAO. It was one of the most anticipated mints, and Kaspa didn't disappoint. is insane on the release of KDAO. Very, very bullish. You saw a lot of all that stuff, all the posts I was showcasing earlier. This sort of volume you saw here, or even this post here. That even there. That what happened with the release of KDAO. We saw 2.6 million volume for Kaspa, which is more than Ethereum, and that's for the release of KDAO. You know, that is 40 million transactions in the last 24 hours with the release of KDAO. It did very, very well on the initial launch and minting of KDAO. Now, KDAO is again trying to find the other stuff about KDAO because I mentioned more about it. KDAO was basically released as a way to okay, here's the post I wanted. Apologies, I'm a bit of a I've got so many sources about it, I struggle to find it. So yeah, what is KDAO? So KDAO, it gives every token holder a say in how the ecosystem evolves. Your voting power directly influences which projects receive funding, whether that's for centralized or decentralized exchange funding, supporting utility or creative tokens, or pushing bridges. It's all decided by the community. KDAO is giving a voice to us, right? Which is very important because again, it adds that whole element of decentralization. It's not the developers, not the people who have created Kaspa, like Sofon Polinsky and Shai and other members who are deciding what happens with Kaspa. Obviously, they're helping build it, but they're giving us a say on where we go. KDAO is adding to that element of it. It's not, Kaspa didn't launch it himself. Again, it was people in the community who did it. I think it was, again, an ambassador for Kaspa who did it. But either way, I think it's a very, very good thing, You got KDAO ensures projects get funded in stages. For example, 10% goes to website development, 15% to sexes, 35% to dexes. And I think, all in all, in the longevity of KDAO, it will be hopefully very, very bullish for Kaspa in helping, again, its trajectory and where it's going to go and giving us the power. Obviously, if you hold KDAO, it gives us the power to decide what happens in the ecosystem. So I do like KDAO. I probably plan to hold some in the future to have a bit of my own, to have the ability to also vote myself, to have a bit of voting power as well, because I want to also see the community do very, very well. I want to be a part of it. As much as I help as much as I can, I want to be able to also have a bit of another say in it. Did Kraken lift any Cal 20? No, they have not just yet. We have seen some so-called leaks, if you will, or speculation. You've seen a lot of Cal 20 projects, the likes of Conan, the likes of Goad, I think even Scooby and probably many more, who have put in applications to Kraken to get listed. We also saw recently that Kaspa also put in, not Kaspa, Nacho also put in they reacted to the Medium article saying it was not true, that we're not getting listed on the same day, but they reached out to Kraken about, if they can get listed soon enough, and they said they can't say anything right now, but, stay tuned for details, so to speak. So, a bit of a leak, I guess, in regards to what could happen soon. Ultimately, I think these KR20 tokens, the big ones in particular, will get listed on Kraken in due time. Right now, nothing is confirmed, nothing's come out, which is to be expected. I think they're waiting to see how well Kaspa can do as a whole, which again, the volume for Kaspa on Kraken is starting to grow a little bit. If it continues in that fashion, we'll see it hopefully go much, much higher. We saw the volume for Kaspa do very, very well, not too long ago. If we look at it in a more immediate time frame, so the last, let's say 7 days or so, we saw it doing around 250. Now it's down to 188 million 24-hour trading volume, which may be a bit down, not the best to see, but either way, it's still above the 100 million, which for the longest time you're seeing Kaspa around the 60, 40 millions. So either way, it's much higher than it was do previously. So if it continues at this fashion, stays high, and again, Kraken and Bybit being the two main ones continue getting higher volume, that will be the incentive needed for the other major tier ones to jump on board. When Lambo, in due time, my man, in due time. Lambo is years away. I mean, maybe. It depends how much you hold. If you're holding, if you're holding an octopus amount or fish amount, then yeah, maybe not anytime soon. Or even saying that, if Kappa reaches $1, then you probably get a Lambo of that. Maybe not an expensive one, but still get a Lambo. If you're holding like a couple of octopus, maybe not. If you're holding a fish, maybe. If you're holding anything from where there's shot, get whatever you want, really. Where are the exchanges buying their Kappa from? Some exchanges, I imagine, are buying over the counter. Some are buying from other exchanges. I imagine Mexi's probably sending their Kappa to other exchanges as well. But that's why I imagine most of them are getting it from other exchanges or just buying over the counter. But they're also doing it in moderation because they don't want to send the price of Kaspa going too parabolic, What is the amount of volume? Okay, it's just the volume right now is about just short of 200 million. Not doing too badly all in all. It's Indian rupees. Okay, thank you very much, Shailesh, my man. I apologize, but yeah, thank you again very much for the donation, the 449 Indian rupee donation. Massive, absolutely massive. Again, thank you very much, man. John Scott, these streams are fire. Smash the like, people. Shows appreciation. Thank you for your constant content. It's become part of my daily routine. That's great to hear. I mean, yeah, my daily routine, of course, is talking to everyone here. People's daily routine, of course, is tuning in and listening. So again, it means a lot to me. Everyone being here every single day. Show the streams, can leave a like. Share, subscribe for more. I try to speak slow when I can, but sometimes I get a bit ahead of myself. But again, thank you all for being here again. Hopefully, we're going to see a lot higher highs of crypto and also Kaspa in due time. We dip worse than everything else. True, Kaspa's the most bipolar right now, but again, the thing that I'm bullish about is the fact that after they sell the news event with Kraken yesterday, again, we could still see it go down. I suspect that we might see Kaspa potentially go down to 15 cents over the next few days, but then hopefully following 15 cents, we'll see it then rebound upwards. Again, I'm hoping, not financial advice, but following the sell the news event yesterday, Kaspa has now maintained right now, consolidated around this region of 16 cents, which again, key level of support. If we can hold that, I think we'll see Kaspa start making a rally upwards. Greg, I was just thinking yesterday, imagine at the next crypto 4-year bottom, we are able to buy Kaspa smart contracts, knowing they're built on the best L1. I mean, yeah, again, we're literally getting into Kaspa right now before major tier 1, before smart contract. I mean, Kraken's the first one, of course, we got it now, but some of us here were before Kraken. We got in before Kraken, we got in before Binance, before Coinbase, before ETS, before smart contract, before 10 BPS. But there's so much more to come for Kaspa. But then the most important part, why I hold Kaspa, we're getting in before smart contract, and therefore we're getting before the KRI use Kaspa take over the space, take over the world, right? That's why I'm in Kaspa for this. It's going to be a very, very big deal. It's going to be worldwide, and we're in before that. Smart contract is going to be a catalyst for that, and that's happening summer next year. So Kaspa for me is just going to go higher in the future to come. Would it make, $15 this cycle? Not saying it's impossible. I think it's very, very unlikely though. But again, I hopefully could be wrong. I mean, I'd love to be wrong. But I think Kaspa's going to definitely make some serious gains in the years to come, of course. As a long-term investment, I hold Kaspa long-term. That's why, despite Kaspa's immediate price action, I don't get upset by it, emotional by it, because I'm holding a long-term and I believe it's going to go long-term. I remain illogical of Kaspa, thinking about what it's going to be as an investment and react accordingly. Good morning, Tony. Welcome back to stream, my man. Sorry I'm late. When CBBI confidence reaches 90, does it mean it's time to sell alts as well? Good question. No, the selling of alts tends to come. I mean, no, not me. So I'm trying to think Bitcoin. I'm trying to remember how to do Bitcoin market dominance. If someone can quickly tell me how to, I can't remember how to do it. Just head's gone right now. But in regards to the Bitcoin market dominance, right? If you can showcase the Bitcoin market, like Bitcoin market dominance, when it surpasses a certain level, that's when you'll see the money probably flood out of Bitcoin towards the altcoins. When CBBI tends to, go above 90, that tends to be the sign that, it's a bit overheated. You're going to start seeing things, come out a little bit more. In that point, you will kind of generally see majority of crypto go down. You'll see, the confidence go up more and more. As a result, then you'll probably start seeing the Bitcoin dominance start at some point nearing that top, start to rescind, and the money then start going to altcoins. When it starts going higher, then we'll see it flip more. So you also got this here. So the Bitcoin here, you can see right now is at massively high here, but the majority of the heat comes from the other tokens like Pepe, Cardano, Sui. That happened in March, right? Doge as well. So when Bitcoin was reaching highs, you saw it very, very temporarily when it's overheated, and then you saw all the money start flooding into the alts. So what I imagine we'll see is when this number gets to in its 90s, and then the Bitcoin dominance falls off a little bit, but also start running, the number will still go up, and then once we get even higher 90s, then we'll start seeing the market start correcting in quarters. But again, that's if history repeats itself. Time will tell. Because again, institutions being here, we can see something different entirely. I sent some of my Kaspa I bought from Kraken. I'll try to look up the from address later and see if I can ID the wallet of the Kaspa Explorer. Please do, Greg. If you can do, again, please by all means link it in my Discord server. Let us all know there, because then we can hopefully track that wallet and find out which wallet in particular is this Kraken wallet. That'd be very, very big and huge to know. Lost 1k USDT, woo Kaspa at 15 cents, woo woo. Sorry to hear that, my man. Hopefully you'll make that money back in due time. Keep your capital back to stream, my man. Hopefully you're doing well today. Tony, yeah, it's taking too long for devs to implement the new capabilities, but at least they're telling us what they expect them to be released months ahead. Yeah, again, Kaspa, they're taking a long time doing it, and frustrating as a Kaspa holder because we want to see the money and you want to see the bags pump, of course. But I mean, they're doing their due diligence, taking their time, doing the research. I think is a very, very big deal, helping Kaspa as a long-term thing, right? But again, if Kaspa cared about about price pumps, right? They release smart contracts right now. They probably have them to a decent extent already. They probably just start fast-tracking that research right now. But no, they're trying to take their time, make sure they do as much research as possible. While it's going to come out in summer 2025. Might even miss that deadline, who knows? But they're taking their time, make sure they do everything correctly, and I think that's the better way to do it. I have more confidence as a long-term holder of Kaspa than them doing that and maybe missing the cycle, potentially. Missing the cycle, not getting high as I want to, than if they just try to pump the bag right now and then end up just falling off because they end up failing, right? I don't want to see Kaspa fail. That's the last thing I want to do. I'm invested in this project and I believe in it. And they keep my faith high. The price doesn't bother me. The developments is what I care about. Be careful with Pinex US. It's next to impossible to withdraw. Your Google won't work. I haven't heard too much about it. I know people did mention to me about Pinex US having a bit of a different method when you are holding your, like when you import money into it, you have to wait like 4 days, something like that. I have to find out again. People in my community told about it. But again, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, be careful about it. I haven't heard anything from it myself though. That's the first I've heard of it, Israel brother. But there might be I mean, Google not working sounds very, very weird. That sounds very. I mean, I have looked at Pinex, so to speak. In the UK, I can't use it without VPN. I pass my KYC and stuff like that. But I mean, I have quite a few members who have signed up to Pinex through the referral link that I used to have, and I haven't. That's literally the first complaint I've heard about it. Obviously, it's not good to hear. So yeah, please be careful, and I'll see if there's a way they can sort that out, if possible. The true Kaspa from address is being masked by Kraken. Looked it up on the Explorer. Unfortunately, couldn't trace it back to the Kraken address holding back Kaspa. Okay, that's what I mean. That's to be expected, but I'm sure there'll be, as Kraken again grows more and more, and the volume goes higher and higher, I'm sure in due time they won't be able to hide it, and we'll find out who Kraken is, and be able to track their wallet and stalk them. But I mean, thank you for letting me know anyways, Greg. I'm so damn mad, then I looked to see if other people had the same problem, and wouldn't you know, I'm not the only one. Oh, if that's the case, I actually, well, maybe it's just me that I've not heard anything about it, and no one's come to me complaining about it. I can reach out to them, I'm sure, although right now they are doing something else, so I thought I've not spoken to them for quite some time, but I can reach out to them and try and figure out if the problem, to try and solve that. If you, again, follow me on Discord, if you're a brother, or at least you're in my server, and you can add me as a friend, send me a DM about it, and I'll see if I can relay the message to them and see what I can do, if I can do anything to sort it out for you. What happens if even not Binance will be able to move the price above 18 cents? Binance will. There's not even a question in my mind. Binance is Binance. Like, Binance listing will push Kaspa to new all-time highs. There's no doubt about it. It's Binance. Binance has currently almost 31 billion 24-hour trading volume, 11.2 million weekly visits, and we are still leading up into, the heat of the cycle. We're still not full, like, retail's still coming back. We've still got a lot of retail back now, but we're still seeing it come back more and more. Binance is Binance. Binance will send Kaspa to new all-time high. It will definitely push it above 18 cents. There's in my mind, a 0.001% chance it does nothing to Kaspa. What's up, Mikey? Howdy from Canada. It's great to see so many new Kaspa holders in the chat from around the world. It is truly revolutionary to see Kaspa again, the belief going more and more, and the community growing more and more. I'm now so blessed to have pretty much consistently around almost 100 viewers per stream. Not even a month ago, it used to be on average about 50 or 60. And now I'm getting near 100, and it's really, really, I mean, not just for me, it's just great to see that the Kaspa community is growing more and more, and the belief that the project's growing more, and people want to tune in daily to learn more about Kaspa. That's the important part. Learn about crypto and Kaspa and where we're going to hopefully go from here. So again, thank you all for doing this stream, and if you enjoyed this stream, again, leave a like to help grow the channel more and get more people to join the community. Join it, leave a like, share, and subscribe for more, because again, we've still got a long way to go, I'm sure. Ethereum sucks. I do not like Ethereum at all. yeah, I mean, Ethereum's gas fees, everything else. Ethereum, yeah, Kaspa in due time will flip Ethereum. I'm very, very confident in that. Thanks, my man. Do you think the US Thanksgiving would affect the price? It's a good question. I have to look into that. But the next major things to look out for me, would be obviously this thing happening tomorrow, Grayscale Spot, Bitcoin, ETF option trading to launch tomorrow, but also the next FOMC meeting. Those are the next two major catalysts I'm looking out for, which could affect the price. And again, something else I mentioned in my stream yesterday, very, very briefly, which is important to note, is that when I find the post, because I didn't preload it, it's basically saying that the government can expedite laws, fast track them, if you will. So therefore, even without the SEC chair, Gary Gensler in power, whatever, you can see, where's the post? It's going to be here. Yeah, so Republicans can expedite crypto-friendly laws in a must-pass spending bill with a simple majority vote. Right now, the government, the cabinet, is majority pro-crypto. So we can see regulations being pushed through very, very quickly with Trump now being in power, which is, again, very bullish to see. So FOMC meeting is very, very important. The option trading coming out tomorrow, I think it might be a very, very big deal. And also potentially new laws coming in early 2025, I'd like to believe. If not even the end of this year as well. Ethereum is going to hit like 12, 15k this time around, potentially. I'm more hovering around the price of 8. Because it's peaked around 4k, if I'm correct. I think it peaked around 4k this cycle. Yeah, about 4k. And I think if Bitcoin goes to 150k from here, I think Ethereum will probably go to maybe 8, maybe 9k from here. Max, I would say, is 10. But if it goes higher, fantastic. Again, we're seeing institutions get more and more involved. Ethereum ETFs probably get utilised a little bit more as well, which would be good to see. And what time to support Nacho? It's tough to say. We hoped mid-November right now, but I think it's pushed back to December now. I'll see if I can reach out to them and ask when they have an idea of they're going to incorporate a KRC20 and Nacho to their wallets. But I'm hoping it will be. I imagine it will be different before the end of the year. I'm very confident in that, at least. What's the best name to call you instead of Quick Crypto? The people in my community, my free Discord server, they refer to me as just J, because that's my handle on Discord. It's just J, the letter J. So if you want to just call me J, that's fine. I'm not opposed to that at all. Would Kaspa still be ongoing higher during the bear market? I think we'll likely see, again, following crypto in general, probably see Kaspa correct, like every other project. But I think with what developments coming out, again, the KRI and everything else, and institutions getting more and more involved in crypto, I think you'll start seeing Kaspa have a reversal quicker, and then start making a gradual leg up like we did see in the last bear cycle. We'll start seeing Kaspa do this again. Will it make new all-time highs during the bear cycle? That's tough. That's tough to predict. But again, with the level of institutional adoption, it's not impossible. It really isn't. Usually, it takes a few weeks after an exchange listing to price the pump for the price to pump. And yeah, that's also because all the volume's now trying to shift to Kraken. Once the volume of Kraken's high, then I think we'll start seeing the price go up as well. Because again, the community belief will also be Binance coming soon because Kraken and Binance got high volume. Do you think Kaspa will go to $5 next year? Potentially, depending on the market top and developments coming out. I don't understand the Kaspa price impatience. I've held a large Crow bag forever. Everyone ragged on Crow, called it a dead project. Now it's flying, making me money with the new 2025 roadmap. Yeah, again, it's the element of just don't be emotional, be logical. You have conviction in what you hold, just hold it. And FUD doesn't, like, again, Kaspa's got FUD right now because it's, not going to 20-30 cents off Kraken. That was never going to happen. So if I hear the FUD, I'm like, okay, cool. But for the most part, Kaspa's, I'm not going to say it's back, but it's made a good move back up again. And I think Kaspa has a good chance to go much higher. If we break, I want to say if we manage to break, what am I going to say? I want to say if we break here, 18 cents. Because we've seen it, if we look here, we can see on multiple occasions, 18 cents happened here, and here, and here, and even a correction, we saw it again, rebound here, and even then we got close to it around here as well. 18. If we break 18 cents, I think Kaspa makes a push to all-time highs again. That's where I see Kaspa having its next very, very. You have multiple levels of resistance coming up. You got one around here as well. You have another one Similarly around here, slightly lower. But yeah, like for me, if we break 18 cents, that'll be Kaspa then making that, because there aren't that many levels of resistance. From there, you've got one here, another one here. So I would say probably see Kaspa make a push to all-time highs if we break 18 cents, which again could happen in this week or in a weeks to come, depending on, again, if the volume goes up for higher for Kraken, that could be very, very big. We look up here $1 for the new year. If we get Binance, I think it's possible. Binance is more important than Coinbase. I think both are equally as important, but Binance does have more volume, so Binance will probably do more so. I will be really happy with a 50 cents $1 Kaspa. That's all I ask. I'm confident we'll get that much, at least in this cycle. The average person doesn't use Kraken Pro. Why not regular Kraken Exchange? I'm not completely sure what you mean about that, Daniel. If you're going to the Twitter accounts, then Kraken Pro should where the listings come through. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, again, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Kraken Pro is just the kind of the listings website for Kraken. Either way, Kaspa is on Kraken. Yeah. 5. I mentioned it earlier in the stream. Bearish prediction, depending on the market top as well, is probably $2. And then, you know, if you get double top, we'll see Kaspa have its own run, following smart contract, everything else, to ETF, stuff like that. Still see 3, 4, maybe even $5 Kaspa. This Kaspa needs to start pumping. I want that Malone Liam lifestyle. I'm sure you'll get it soon, my man. Honestly, I really do. Maybe, again, God forbid not this cycle, which, I mean, it is possible, you know. Don't be emotional, it could happen. If you're holding it long term, which I think many of us in this space are planning to do so, you know, you'll have that lifestyle in the next few years. Big resistance at 17, yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well. Around this region is where I'm seeing the big, strong level of resistance for Kaspa. If you break that, that'll be a very, very good push. Yeah, and the Crypto Czar says here, which is you know, the biggest troll in this space, but it's got a bit of a, I mean, that's what I say. He's a troll, but he's not an idiot, right? He's been trolling me constantly and everyone else in the space, but he's right here. You guys are, okay, not you guys, not targeting anyone, but people in this space tend to be quite impatient with Kaspa. It will do good, and it will, but you need to understand that, you know, it's not a moon boy price and pump, right? Like, you've got to be very careful with your predictions and make your own trading strategy. Don't just listen to people bribe you. I'm saying $2. If you don't think they'll reach $2, make your own strategies. Devise your own strategies and listen to that stuff. And that's also why, despite I believe in Kaspa, and I hold my biggest allocations in Kaspa, I've also diversified into other projects like Sui, like XRP, like Tau, like Vulcan Forge, like C, like other projects in this space, obviously memes as well, that are making me quite a lot of money right now. Because that's where the money's at right now, and because I also want to hope to make some form of gains if Kaspa doesn't end up making my prediction. But again, I'm holding Kaspa long term, that doesn't really bother me either way. If Kaspa doesn't reach $2 a cycle, God forbid, fine. I'm holding Kaspa for the next like 20 years, at least. So about that point, I will be a millionaire. There's no doubt about it in my mind. I keep taking profits and then DCing back into the bottom. Like a simple rinse and repeat. Capital will hit at least $2. I will put my life on the line as a bet. Well, there you go. Crypto Czar's putting stuff on the line. It's going to happen now. Although he's a troll, so maybe he's just lying again. Who knows? Well, actually, my man, hope you're doing very well. Patient wins every time. I looked at my 2015 portfolio. The more money than my current portfolio. Why? On 23, I made too many trades, trade too many coins, and now I hold longer, trade less, make more. Again, sometimes it's good just to have your conviction picks and hold them, just leave them there. And to put a little bit into it each now and then. I have 2 strategies in this cycle. I have my holdings, which is making me decent money right now. I mean, I'm up on all my holdings right now. Even though Kaspa's been coming down quite badly, I'm still up on Kaspa. And then I also have my memes. I'm doing it obviously a lot more volatile, but I'm also being very obviously I've missed out on a lot of money, and I also lost money on memes, but for the most part I actually am up on memes quite a decent amount. I think I probably made about 20x as I started about 2 months ago, so it's not too badly. Obviously I lost trades, but I've made more money in the bigger trades as well. And some people made there was this token that came out recently. Someone made turned $260 to 1 million, something like chill dude, whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying, why can't that be me? You know. But again, memes are just stuff that I try to use to make quick profit, and then put it into other projects that I'm holding long term. But for the most part, for me, my conviction picks come from these tokens I'm holding. And the memes is something to just have a little bit of fun with. If I lose the money I put into memes originally were not enough for me to be worried about it. Now there's a lot more in it. But so if I lost that wallet, I'd be a bit more peed off by it. But I didn't put enough in the beginning to me to be worried about it. So if I lose it, so be it. it was for me to mess around with and try to make extra capital, and now I'm making it. So, you know, good on me and everyone else who's making money in this space, because it's all about here. All about making money. Kaspa, maybe worried with it, but I think Kaspa's going to make you money regardless. How high it will go, again, tough to say. We'll see where the market goes from here. But I think money is still going to come to Kaspa in the cycle and cycles to follow. So, not financial advice, of course. Do your own research. But that being said, that will be it for the stream today. That is an hour and 20-minute stream almost. So thank you all for watching once more. If you're on the streams again, leave a like, spread the word, share with your friends, and subscribe for more if you're new. If you want to know more about crypto, Kaspa, other market centers, so cool and so forth, then check out my Discord server in the chat right now, in the description, also on my YouTube homepage right here. When do you think we'll list Kaspa? That's tough to say. Without even Coinbase, God knows. Hopefully the cycle, if Kaspa gets the adoption it needs, I think we'll see many listings come in the cycle. If not, then they'll put it in the bull cycle, in the bear cycle. Smart contracts could be that catalyst to send Kaspa much higher, so we can see a lot of listings then. Lack of liquidity is the leverage trading with maximum efficiency is holding Kaspa price down. Yeah, Mexi definitely is holding the price of Kaspa down. Once you get smart contract and actual, you know, more volume, we'll see Kaspa's price start reversing and go much higher. I'm confident that much as well. I think we'll go crazy mid to late summer. Yeah, I also believe in that again. Hopefully the market top will be a double top, so we can see crypto come back and capital much higher. Therefore, if not, Kaspa might have its own little cycle and then come back down again. Quick crypto, if Kaspa hits $3, will you do a face reveal? I'll decide later on. Maybe that'll be a community exclusive to those in my server. But again, we'll wait and see. But that being said, again, thank you all for watching. And yeah,